Hi everybody, welcome to the first of hopefully a series of videos about how to win solo matches in Call of Duty's Warzone Battle Royale mode. So this is my second victory, and I follow the rules that I try and use in solos to maximise my chances of getting to a top 10 position, and then maybe going on to win the game if you're lucky. It's all about getting to that top 10. So when we have a look at the map, you'll see the circle is kind of off to the northeast, so you want to get as far away as you can from the flight path, and don't worry about being in the circle. This isn't like PUBG or Fortnite or I think Apex, where you can't outrun the circle, the gas on foot. You can outrun it. It's brilliant, it's fantastic, it changes the game, makes it so much better. And of course the gas is very deadly in this game as well, so unless you've got a gas mask you can't survive in it for very long. And if you are in the gas, you start coughing and spluttering without a gas mask, and people can hear you coming, so you can shoot them. And I love that because I used to hate. So what I'm doing here is I'm just cutting my parachute, then redeploying it just to try and maximise my distance. You'll see me have a look round as well by pressing the top, I think it's the top left shoulder button. You can have a look round, and there's a guy who's coming to the junkyard, or the boneyard as it's called, with me as well. But my plan is always to kind of head southeast, head towards the coast, head up towards port, and then the idea is to then get a vehicle in order to get to the far side of the map to do what I would call a hard reposition, so we can get onto the quiet side of the map. So I'm just trundling along here, looting up, looking for money. I want to have enough money to be able to buy a supply drop so I can get my favourite gun. And also, hopefully, ideally you'd want to find something like dead silence or stopping power. And you also want, say, a UAV as well. Get a nice couple of weapons here, so if I ended up with not enough money to buy a supply drop, I would be okay. Oh, and also you want a self-revive. Self-revive's pretty important. That way, if you get headshot by a sniper from a way away, it gives you a second chance to revive and get back in the game. And of course, you've got the gulag as well, early on. So I'm coming up to supply drop now. If you didn't know already, supply drops are incredibly important in this game because they give you the ability to call in your custom gun loadouts from multiplayer. Which is just amazing. And I've been thinking about what is the best way to go around this, because most people, they tend to have overkill loadouts, where you've got like an assault rifle or a SMG and then a sniper rifle. But the problem with that is that you can't have ghost equipped unless you call in 2 supply drops. You need quite a lot of money to do that, and it's quite difficult in solos. And you want ghost equipped because the heartbeat sensor, which you can see here, is incredibly useful. It enables you to be able to see where enemies are, to clear buildings and things like this. So now I'm trying to flick over to the other side of the map. And what I've decided to do for the time being anyway is to use my favourite loadout from ordinary multiplayer in this game. So my favourite loadout by far is the M4 with is it the mercenary foregrip, the vertical foregrip, the laser, the 1mm laser for close quarters accuracy, the Cronin 3.5 times sight, and the fast hands. Is it fast hands for quick reloads? Because in solos you're not coming up against 2 or 3 players at a time, like you do in squads. So it means you don't need those extended mags, which then means that you don't have that heavy mag that slows down your aim down sight. And this is the gun that I've used so much in multiplayer. It may not be the best gun anymore, the M4, and especially in Warzone you could argue that there's better guns, but I am just so familiar with the way that this gun handles. I thought, let's give it a go. Now my secondary, I take an RPG. Now the reason for the RPG, although I don't actually use it in this gameplay, is that say you get into a gunfight with somebody and they're inside a building, and I use this technique in multiplayer, but I use the first launch you get. I don't really use the RPG, but the RPG's a little bit more powerful in blast radius. Say someone shoots at you from inside a building and then they tuck behind cover. What you do is straight away you switch to your rocket launcher and you fire an RPG through the window, and the splash damage will often kill them. This is what happens with rockets. And so my whole tactic is basically, I'm camping in a bush here, my whole tactic is to avoid getting into long-range sniper fights, because all they do is waste ammunition and give away your position. And for me, everything is about position until we get into the top 10. Right, so we're into the last 5 minutes of the match now. As you can see, I'm tucked right up against the gas. I'm tucked right up against the edge of the map. And now it's just all about trying to move to the quiet side of the circle while looking. Now, I know there's a guy ahead of me, so I'm looking out for this guy. Now, remember, with the heartbeat sensor, if your enemies have equipped Ghost, you won't be able to see them on the heartbeat sensor, so you still need to be looking around and listening out. And obviously that's why it's so important to use Ghost, because you won't appear on UAVs and it won't appear on heartbeat sensors. I think maybe snapshot grenades as well, but not many people use snapshot grenades. So I'm just skirting the out of bounds here, just gently skirting it, just trying to come in, because people, it must be human nature. They feel like they want to run towards gunfire, or they look towards gunfire, which is happening at the middle of the map. So people just move in. So often the safest place to be is on the edge. Now you'll also notice I have got a gas mask, so I know that if I have to, I've got about, I think it's 12 seconds I can survive in the gas without coughing and sputtering, where I can reposition if I have to get to really get a good position. Now there's plenty of gunfire off to my right. I'm just looking at the landscape, saying where's the cover? You know, where can I have cover? And I'm just trying to keep moving, using my heartbeat sensor just to look around. So see, I'm right against out of bounds, and I'm right against the gas. So this is a nice little place here. I'm covered from the front, covered from the side, and I'm just wary of someone, say, coming round and doing exactly what I am, because obviously with this edge play technique, you know, lots of people do it. All you're doing is you're letting everybody else kill each other. I've got full armor, I've got some spare armors ready to go, I've got my UAV, which I'm going to pop right at the last second. UAVs don't last very long in this game. I've got two Semtexes, so now I'm moving around again, pushing back towards the out of bounds, pushing back towards the edge of the map, just looking. Now you should be looking by the sides of rocks, by the sides of trees, because that's where people like to tuck in. If people are wearing the right operator outfits. Now a car comes in, so I dive down. He gets rocket launched, I think, or something like that. But again, we're going to have a quick look, and then we see the guy. He's had a gunfight with somebody else. I know he's going to be weak, and we just finish him off. So now we're going in, so I'm thinking, where's the cover? Where's the cover? So this is cover, but I'm not in yet, so let's move in further. It's quite an open circle. I think there's only 3 left now. So I'm tucked in behind cover. So now what I'm thinking is, it's quite an open circle. There's no buildings. Where is everybody? Now I'm thinking, right, I'm going to pop my UAV, and hopefully some of them aren't wearing Ghosts. Now I do see one of the other guys in a second. So let's see what happens. Can't see anybody on the sensor. It has a fairly short range though. Gas is coming in. I'm going to have to move soon. Waiting for everybody else to make their move. Right, UAV popped. Throwing a grenade. Let's see what we can see. Right, I see this guy running in now, I think, to my right. Right, hear the gunfire. Right, so I think he killed somebody. So I see him coming in. Do him a bit of damage. He's tucked in though, I can't quite get him. So I don't want to do a frontal assault, so I think let's flick around this way. And I can see a little spot on my minimap. And there's this guy. So now you'll see the power of the M4 with that Cronin sight. Fully auto. Take him out for the win. So, not many kills. I think I end up with 3 kills, but hopefully that shows you how repositioning to get yourself with your back to the quiet side of the circle is a really good tactic for letting everybody else kill each other. Now, it could be seen as very passive, it could be seen as a camping strategy, and it can be quite boring because, you know, this match lasted half an hour, and probably for 8 minutes of that I was inside a bush, just waiting, because the circle kept coming to me, kept coming to me, kept coming to me before I had to move. But there we go. Give that tactic a go. Try the play the edge strategy, avoiding gunfights, and you'll probably find yourself winning more solos. Anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will see you again soon.